Voila! In view, a humble vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate. This visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is a vestige of the vox populi, now vacant, vanished. However, this valorous visitation of a bygone vexation stands vivified, and has vowed to vanquish these venal and virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition. The only verdict is vengeance. A vendetta, held as a votive, not in vain. For the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant and the virtuous. Verily, this versechoise of verbiage has veered most verbose, so allow me simply to add that it is my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me V. That's as close as we getting today, goddamn. Oh shit. My fucking brain about to melt. I'm gonna recite the monologue and then I'm gonna recite what it means. Just because a lot is definitely lost in translation, but it's a great monologue, one of the most articulate and well-written pieces in all of cinema, in my belief. The monologue goes, voila, in view, a humble vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain. This visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is a vestige of the vox populi, now vacant, vanished. However, this valorous visitation of a bygone vexation stands vivified and has vowed to vanquish these venal and virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition. Takes a deep breath, carves a V in the wall. The only verdict is vengeance, a vendetta, held as a votive, not in vain. For the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant and the virtuous. Behold, in view, a humble veteran performer, a well-established performer, cast by no action of my own, but by the actions of others, into experiences and the life of both victim and villain. Also by the unwanted and unpleasant changes in my circumstances and good luck or luck that are part of fate. Then he goes on, so this presence or this visage, this countenance you see before you, is not simply a front or a cover-up for my vanity. It's not simply a show of my pride. It is a trace of something that once existed and that once was. It is the remnants of the voice of the people that is now empty and vanished. So, however, this courageous visitation of an bygone and old annoyance stands reborn, clear and strong, and has vowed to defeat thoroughly all of these corrupt, purchasable, and poisonous, hostile, diseased creatures, is essentially what he says with that venal, virulent vermin. Then he says, who are leading the way. So these vermin are leading the way of immoral and wicked behavior. They encourage immoral and wicked behavior and also happily bring and infect others with the insatiable need to use violence and cruelty to violate or remove people's free will. Crazy. Then he says, after slashing the V in the wall, the only verdict is vengeance. The only choice, the only option, the only rule is vengeance. Which the definition is essentially to punish them for a wrongdoing. So vengeance, punishing someone who's done wrong. A vendetta. A vendetta is often thought of as revenge, but it's 10 times stronger than revenge. It's like the Hatfields and McCoys. It's a blood feud. It's everything that I am and have raised is against everything that you are and that you were raised as. It's much deeper than revenge.
Dirty shame of a great-great-granddaddy murdered somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's way deeper. It's like the ignorance that goes on in most gang violence or any culture where you deal with what happened in the past instead of doing it in the future. So I'm digressing a lot, but either way. So vendetta's a lot worse than revenge. State that. So a vendetta, that type of revenge, but held as a votive or held as the fulfillment of a vow. So this is my vow. I'm fulfilling a vow by
carrying out this vendetta. And it will not be in vain. So it will not be fruitless or it will not be a waste, because the value and the truth of this type of vendetta against those vermin, the truth and the value in that type of vendetta will one day clear the name and vindicate and prove right the vigilant, so those who are paying attention, those who are watching, and the virtuous, so those who have good morals and are virtually sound. And then he goes on to say, verily, this vichyssoise, which is a type of thick soup. So he's basically saying verily means truthfully or plain to see. Plainfully, or obviously true, this thick coating of verbiage, of language, has veered or changed course and become most verbose and super wordy. So allow me simply to add that it is my very good honor to meet you, and my name is V.
So he says a lot there. He introduces himself as a character, as not only just having pride in who and what he is, but much more being the representation of an idea, the representation of the voice of the people, the representation of the protector of free will, which is our voice, which is why we were allowed.